Hey, it's Katie, and I have a question for you. If we were to sit down and grab a cuppa and catch up for, let's just say, 15 minutes, what's one thing you would love to ask me? Now, you might actually want to go and ask your teen and sort of say, hey, like, what's one thing? If we really wanted to get something nailed right now, what would it be? So if we could sit down together for 15 minutes and have a chat, what would you love to get out of that? What question would you love to ask me? What advice would you want to get? Because I have an event coming up very soon. It's a free event and you're going to have the opportunity to do exactly that. But right now, I am putting together some of the finishing touches. I'm putting together some of the plans and the content. So whatever you would like to send through to me right now, just drop me a comment below or click reply to my email and tell me your questions. Because, in fact, I would say, the more specific the question, the more specific the answer. I always say to students, give me a vague question, you're going to get a vague answer. So give me something specific. I'm going to give you some pointers to get you started. It might be something about exams. We're in exam season right now. Either your teen is right in amongst it, or they're going to have end of year exams, or they might even be looking ahead towards their finals. Wherever they're at, it might be something to do with exams. How to get their information from brain to paper. How to give examiners and essentially the marking guides and the syllabus criteria. Get that across, give them what they want so they can achieve more of the marks that they are capable of. It might be exam prep and revision, whether it's to do with past paper questions, whether it's to do with revising the content. Maybe they've got these long notes or these stacks of revision cards and you're wondering maybe there is something more strategic or a better way. Hint, there is. But many students just keep sort of using the same old systems that we were using because they don't know a better way. So maybe it's something to do with exam prep or revision. Maybe it's something to do with note-taking and research. So when they're actually learning that information and learning their content, very often students are having to do independent inquiry research. They're having to take their own notes, whether it's in class, whether it's on homework that's set, whether it is for their own project, whatever it is that they're working on. And this is something that can take a lot of time. I'm going to come on to that topic in a second, actually. But it can also result in these long notes. Students aren't necessarily always great at summarizing or knowing which bits to pick out in order to summarize. I remember when I had to go through and I got told to highlight the key info. And I was such a dedicated, studious student that I was so worried I was going to miss out the key piece of information or something important. I would end up highlighting all of it except for, two ands and a the. So is it to do with note taking? I have a parent that said to me recently, their teens' notes are like War and Peace. And she's desperately trying to get them to somehow summarize and shorten and make everything more efficient because they're also spending hours on them. So that kind of ties us nicely into essays and assignments. So we already mentioned, inquiry reports and investigations. It might be even multimodals, whatever it is. Could be design. Also could be a good old-fashioned essay. Do they need help with structure? Do they need help with devising and coming up with a really strong thesis statement or a focus question or an inquiry question, whatever that might be? That ties back to that research as well, doesn't it? We end up down rabbit holes, let alone the distractions of researching online. Oh my goodness, so many hours, which ties us into organization and time management. Are they students who they want to do well? I've spoken to so many students about this recently. They're like, oh my goodness, I really want to do well, but I just can't seem to stay focused or motivated, or I'm procrastinating on something, whatever it is. Very often it could be exam prep. Sometimes it's getting started on that essay. And I've done a lot of coaching with students on this recently. So is it to do with time management or organization? Could be related to procrastination or motivation, whatever it is. Whatever your question is, please send it through to me. Drop me a comment below this video or tap reply to the email that I will have sent you and let me know. What's the question that you would love to ask? Because, as I mentioned, I have a free parent event coming up. Now, your teen is absolutely able to come and join in this with you. It is my 5-day free Inner Circle event. Now, it's going to be run online. And we're going to have so many opportunities for you to be able to ask me any questions, get my feedback, get my input, and I'm going to be delivering plenty of strategies, proven tips, skills, techniques, insider info during that 5 days. So be sure to join me in this inner circle. It is online, but it's not like just out there for all to see. You have to be part of the inner circle group. We have it in a Facebook group, and I have a homeroom as well for it. Now we kick off on Monday, the 15th of November, but the group opens on Friday, the 12th of November, because I have a few pre-event goodies to be sharing with you. So be sure to come join me, get your questions ready, and I'll see you in there very soon.